Greetings, beautiful beings. This is Revere Sky, Revere Skyes Essence. I don't want the topic to be like this, but it really has to be like this. I really fear for my people. I mean, the people that are really on my vibratory rate, the like minds. I really fear for the people who never woke up and never understood. I fear for the people that woke up but still kept their head down, still kept quiet. Which that's a smart thing. You know, let Bobby Hemmett tell it. The sleep folks are protected because right now we're dealing with advanced technology where you can't go head up. You got to be calculated and smart and quiet. And you have to fight through a spiritual frequency realm, not just head up. Like Remedy H said, you cannot go in fighting with guns when they got the big guns, you know. But what I fear the most, and I'm not trying to, well, I do want it to sink in, but I'm not trying to just say the word fear. What I do fear the most is y'all will never understand the Hivemind technology and the Neuralink. Why they choose to promote this form of bio-grade technology, to me, I don't understand. But I asked to see it. So that's the thing. If you don't know it exists, you ain't gonna ask to see it. So it's like Graham, the TV show Graham. I'm like a Graham, and you got all these different types of species around me in the flesh. And I was blessed with knowing. So when Hivemind, Neuralink people come around me, they pretty much have to identify themselves. That's the Graham law. In the movie Graham, it's like you're supposed to let the Graham know who you are so he won't cut your head off. And I feel like there's powers about me, just like that TV show, because there's no way that these hive mind people would let me know their secret unless they had to let me know. So there's some law or rule in this situation where they have to let me know who they are. And I've told y'all about Hivemind. This ain't the first time. This ain't going to be the last time. I've been talking about people about 6 or 7 years ago, 2015. I was explaining that a woman, my mom has a kitchen at one of her houses. She has a kitchen with the bushes on the right side of the window, left side of the window, and she got a clear path through to see out there to the mailbox, right? She said a lady rode by and just instantly turned her neck and looked directly through the bushes, directly through the window, as she was driving. And I was telling my mom, I said, what's up with these robot type people? She was like, and I explained the scenario to her. She said, yeah, it ain't no difference than that lady driving down the road and all of a sudden her neck turned her head directly to where I'm standing in my kitchen. It was like the lady could see her even though the lady probably couldn't see her. But the lady was using her technology then, 7 years ago, and looking directly at my mom in her kitchen washing dishes while she's looking out. Even though she couldn't see her, she was letting her know, I feel your presence. I know where you're at. So, I don't know how many more times I'm going to talk about this, but to my people, know this. You are dealing with some people that you can't even fathom. They know the ins and outs about you. They collect your dreams. They collect your thoughts, your patterns, your heartbeat, your rhythm, your blood pressure. They have so much data on you. When they're looking at you, they look at you with sensors in their eyes to see if you show levels of fear or anxiety, or do you show levels of lightness and happiness towards them. They know if you show disgust or anything. This is serious business. These people are amongst us, and if I were to give you a percentage, it's damn near all of them. It's damn near all of them. Some of them have different features than the others. Some are able to use different stuff than the others. The only thing I don't understand is how they show all these murder mysteries on TV, but for some reason, when they communicate with each other, they don't know another one about to kill the other one. That's the only thing I do not understand. Like, you know, when you watch murder mysteries and a white man was in love with this girl and she had a boyfriend, and the white man kept messing with the other white girl. See somebody being nosy now. That's why I'm sneezing. Let me cut the heat up. But the white man would be in love with this girl, so he keep trying to date her. But not once was he able to realize, not once was he able to realize that the other white man was going to kill her. See, that's what I don't understand. See, that's where they throw me off. They have tech. That's why I say they turn the technology on inside of them, and then they turn it off. So it's like a running frequency. They give them so much information to go off of, and then they block the other information. So you wonder why they're still able to do stupid shit, because they don't allow them full range to this technology. I still don't get it. Like, these hive minds are so unique. Like, I blew my horn at this guy because he wouldn't let me over. He see people merging into traffic. He will not let me over. So I literally had to slow down to like 30 miles per hour in the middle of the highway. So I blew my horn at him real hard. After that, every car, when I needed to merge over, was already flicking their lights at me, letting me know, get over. I see those cars up there about to merge. Let me tell you something. That is pure hive mind technology. How the next three cars in a whole nother state know that they need to flick their lights at me and allow me to get over? It's because I blew my horn at the first motherfucker. Literally, just want to ride beside me in a daze. I'm like this celebrity to their ass. Now, I just fear for y'all because y'all don't know what y'all up against. And it's like the blind leading the blind, and these people are able to do whatever they want to do to you. It's sad. Like, we think police and the CIA and the FBI, we be like, ooh, ooh. Child, this technology is far beyond any type of governmental principle. They are a hive mind. That means they think and act as a unit. And they are able to download different information instantaneously. They know when they pull you over in the car if they're going to give you a fake ticket or a real ticket. They know this. They know this. You are being monitored, governed, and controlled on a whole nother operation that you could never fathom. And once you finally see it, then they know you know. It ain't no different than obey. It ain't no different than that movie. I don't know the name, but when he seen the sign obey, I don't know the name of the movie. It's the same thing. I don't know how many times I'll be able to talk about this hive mind stuff. And you know, if you're walking around with earphones on, music, and always busy with children, and you're not, if you don't have a purpose on this planet, they're not going to bother you. But if you are not busy and you got time to observe, you're calculative, you can think for yourself, you have free will, you have a soul, you're free spirited, they watch you. They gonna keep close knit to you. They like to bump up against you. They like to be extra friendly. They like to be in your presence. They pretend like they think you're gonna steal just to be around you more. Listen, I'm telling you, I fear for y'all because y'all don't know this technology exists. If you know this technology exists, give me a thumbs up. If you don't know this technology exists, you're not gonna give me a thumbs up. If you know that, no, it ain't about the thumbs up. If you know this technology exists, don't say nothing at all. Just observe. Because if you do say something, you'll have the same issues. Like, yeah, I go to bed every night, but at the same time, I already know that not only do I need to be a ninja in the spirit, I have to be a ninja in the flesh. I already know. I already know. I see it all the time. And then what makes so bad, when you make the type of money you make, and you see these hive mind people been out here for 30 years, and they struggling. They are struggling. They know. They know how much money you make. That's why they approach you and say, how you feel about that company? I say, everything good. I'm all right. But they know that I'm doing good. They know it. The thing is, remember I told you, they only let a certain amount of information flow. So they use them to spy on other people. But when it comes down to the real world, they don't allow them to be free thinkers. You got to remember that. They use them to spy on other people, but they do not allow them to be free thinkers. And then if they do become free thinkers, they probably have health problems, anxiety, stress. All of a sudden, they wife at home sleeping with another man. So they keep them in line. They keep them in check. Heck, sometimes they even try to keep me in check. One time, my gas tank was open. Now, in a million years, I probably had somebody mess with my gas tank once on my van when I was in Venice Beach. I'm sleeping in the van, I hear somebody unscrewing it. And I started kicking my van. Get the fuck away from my motherfucking van. Who the fuck are you trying to steal my gas? And they just left. They left the gas tank open and everything. And I seen them walking away with the gas can. But I had a ball in there anyway. They was going to be looking stupid. They think because my van old, I ain't had no ball in there. Then just when I mentioned hive minds, whenever I mentioned it, the last video with hive minds, then I guess they was like, she talking too much. She talking too much. Let's let her know how close we are to her. Let's let her know how ganged up we really are. So one day my gas cap missing. I said, okay. Okay. So I went and bought another. Okay. So after the gas cap was missing, I went and bought another $50 gas cap. Now, after that, I was at a rest area and so I heard somebody ding, 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 ding. I said, what the fuck? That sound like my gas tank. Then next thing you know, it stopped. Then I heard it again. Ding, 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 ding. I said, if you don't get the fuck away from my gas tank. So I went down the street to the gas station. The next morning, gas cap open. See, this is how they do. They remind you to be silent. But they know I'm not going to be silent. But I fear for my people because when I'm gone and not talking about this no more, and somebody actually sent you to tell you the truth. No, I can't go out and try to build up a big community talking about it. It's up to y'all to spread the message. But if you don't believe in it, you ain't going to spread the message anyway. But if you're not ready to put up with the harassment, some people call it being a targeted individual. But if you're not ready to put up with the harassment, stay out of it. Sometimes you're better cloaked, not knowing. But like I say, I fear for my people. I fear for my tribe. I fear for my vibration. I fear for my soul group. Because a lot of people are unaware of this technology amongst us. You don't need police officers. You don't need military. These people are digitized, digitally ready. They are digitally ready. And they had this technology before smartphones. Say it again, Revere Sky. They had this technology before smartphones and before computers. The only difference was they started advancing the technology. And the same way you upgrade computers, TVs, and cell phones, the same way they upgrade these people. The same way the movie V or the TV show V came out and they was cutting people behind the neck to see if they was real. Now you're going to have to start cutting people around the eye sockets and the face to see if they real. It ain't no joke. You're going to have to know what their DNA look like and their strains and their information. See, when I say the information, they allow certain information to flow through them and they block certain information. The same way they came out with this pandemic and they're trying to re-engineer people. They're going to put you in the same hive mind collective, but they can turn on and off certain information at will. That's right. They are rewiring people. But yeah, I won't be here to explain this for years. I won't have time. I won't be able to explain this to y'all much longer. Sometimes we just have to stay out the way and do our course. You'll be amazed at what they know and what you think you did in secrecy. They know everything. All you have to do is think about it and see an image about it in your head, and they've captured it. I forget who showed me that video about that girl, and she hid that video. I wish I would have downloaded it. But she going through the same thing, and she hid that video. There's a lot of people out here going through it, but you'll never understand. See, we have channels in our brains that are so wide open, and they're like, well, they're not using that food. They're not using them chemicals. We really need to keep an eye on them. And it's so bad, it's not just Caucasians. It's other races too that are legally white. Say it again, Revere Sky. It's other races too that are legally white. They have the same gene pool, they have the same genetics, they got the same neural link, they got the same Hivemind technology. You do not have to brainwash and get somebody to submit and all that no more. You don't have to. This technology is deeper in the rabbit hole than you know. And like I say, I see it in many perspectives, and you don't understand how it works. And like I say, you don't want to know how it understands. Sometimes you're better off with no purpose, clueless in society. Because once you get some smarts about yourself, they will change a whole city plan. They would change a whole neighborhood. They would develop the neighborhood totally different. They had no interest. If you are a person like me, you could move in a neighborhood that they had no interest about. They just wanted to run to the ground. They had no plans on developing it or anything. You move in that city, they're gonna put up all types of spyware around you. They're gonna have city cameras. They're gonna put up a cell phone tower camouflaged as a tree. They're going to build schools around you. They're going to do so much to regulate your energy. It's ridiculous. And there's only one guy on the planet I know right now that I can make contact with that knows this. He even says, Skye, if you are the subject, they will build a whole community around you. And he showed me so many videos, and I did cry. I cried because he showed me videos where certain people moved in neighborhoods and people used silent weapons on these people. They moved people in. It was like a stage thing. And he kept saying, did you watch the so-and-so show? I forget the name of it. I mean, I went all my life now, the Truman Show. He said, man, you need to watch that Truman Show. You need to watch that Truman Show because everything you're telling me is real. It's happening. So I finally watched the Truman Show. And I said, oh my God, they are really doing this. If you are a certain seed, specific type of seed, you relate a specific type of information, you channel a certain frequency on this planet, they will build a whole city around you to watch you, monitor you, understand you, develop skills from you. They will use me and what I think and believe to better their devices. Say it again, Revere Sky. They will use what I think and believe in to better their devices and vices, VICES. So I could go on and on, giving y'all different expressions and different meanings. Like that one girl that keep getting zapped. Poor baby. But see, the thing about her, why I couldn't keep communicating with her, she's a diamond in the rough. Some people are already got. And when they're got, you got to stay out the way. But see, when you're not willing to do meditation and detox and cleanse, you don't need my help. You don't need my advice. You don't need my guidance. So I had to cut you off. Because the first thing I'm going to do is pretend like you're the one in the cage. You know how when they hunt an animal, a wild animal, they detox them for 2 weeks? Or they'll feed a pig filth, but when they get ready to slaughter them, they detox them for a month, 2 weeks or a month. What this mean is, what this mean is, same goes. If you come to me with your issues and your problems, the first thing I want to know is your diet, what type of music you listen to, what type of entertainment is in your brain. Because once I know that, I know how to approach you. So if a person feels like they're being bombarded with silent weapons, radiation, what do? I first ask them about their diet, the type of music they listen to, the type of people they're around, what information is going into your eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. Once I realize that, I know how to approach it. So, it's real out here. A lot of people are going through it. That's why I say you got to get out of these high rises and apartments, because there's some frequency wars going on in there that are sadistic and unreal. And then, they sent agents in your life. That's what I wanted to say. Just imagine a person repeating over and over and over that they get hit with silent weapons, military grade weapons, drones and stuff. Just imagine you hear this over and over and over. You'll start living it. You'll start believing it. It will become a part of your paradigm. That's why I had to separate myself. I had to separate myself. Especially if a person's not coming up with any solutions. They're not willing to change their diet. They're not willing to change what they see. And if you don't believe in Hivemind and Neuralink, one time they did her so dirty. She was at a rest area, parked, and she said a dude came knocking on her vehicle saying, "You hit me, you hit me, you hit me." Called the police. They gave her a ticket and everything. And then she said she was going to tell the police she didn't touch it or nothing. I said, you don't tell the police that. You don't tell the police they ain't got no damage, because how would you know if you was parked? I said, if you want me to support you and believe in you, you can't lie to me. I said, because I'm not the one to fucking lie to. So I would never know if she was telling me the truth or a lie. But I know one thing about it. I know Hivemind. And I know when they can't get to you, they'll actually start approaching you. They will definitely start approaching you more frequently, more regularly. And it was weird because my father, they got to him. Now, he ain't took no jabs or nothing, but he go to his doctor. All of a sudden, the doctor, now there's no blood in his urine, but all of a sudden the doctor want to stick a camera up his, stuff into his bladder. Do you know from my father being stuck with that metal scope, that cold metal scope, do you know he came down with some type of fever for 3 days? Because they intruded his body. Do you know your bladder and your kidneys are fear-based? They probed him. You don't have to wait for no, you don't have to wait for no alien that come out the sky. They right here. You allowing them to do it to you right here. They scared him into believing he needed to be seen. Oh, they said, "Oh, you're fine, ain't nothing wrong." But they was testing their equipment out on him. He was a guinea pig. See, certain type of insurance and stuff, certain type of insurance and stuff, they send you to doctors that are gonna use you as lab rats. Y'all be thinking y'all be getting this free insurance, but they ain't doing nothing but collecting data. They help you too. A lot of people get help by going to the doctor, but I'm telling you, the data is what they want. So when these regulators come out with these new devices and new medications and these new equipments, they say use this, and to make your life easy, all types of stuff, con artist type stuff, and they use it, and they send in the data, and they send in the information. You know, now when you go in a doctor office, they got a camera there. They got a they got an iPad or some type of notepad with a lens on it, looking at you. The notepad be showing different types of advertisement, but they're recording you. They want to know what you said to that doctor. They want to know what you said to that nurse. I remember the last time I went to the doctor, and this is why I didn't go no more. This was in Florida. The lady said, "You want an HIV test?" And uh, uh, I don't know. It's something about checking in. But I don't know if it was chlamydia test or staph test. I don't know what it was. But I was like, I ain't doing that. What I need it for? She was like, because, and she was a black woman too. And I'm sitting there looking at that camera and stuff. And I said, what the hell? Give me the test. After that, after that, I said I wasn't going back because I know not doctor, but Bobby Hemmett talk about the lottery, right? And I'm like, this woman basically tried to pressure me into taking tests that I did not need. Like straight up. So after they did the pap smear, she come in there and say, "You wanna take these tests?" And then when I said no, I don't need them. Why you don't need them? Because I just came in here for my annual. I ain't doing nothing. Ooh. I said, well, what the hell? You know, I'll do it once because I knew then after that I wasn't coming back because that's not how you're supposed to treat somebody. But yeah, if they have you on the lottery and they know they can mess with your free will, they gonna get you. It reminds me of lottery killers and stuff. Like you go hit the lottery and you show your face, and next thing you know, nobody don't ever hear about you no more. I don't know. And they got people. They be waiting. It's like they got you on a bulletin board on these social apps that you don't know about on the dark web. And what they do is they waiting for you to go to the top as one of the people that they want to pick off. And they look, they'll probably see you on the list. Like they might have the top 3 people that they want to pick off, and they might have you on level 10, but you up on that board though. They got you up on that board, and people like, dang, she ain't moved up yet. They don't, they ain't sent her up to level 9 or level 8 yet. You know what I mean? They do this for points, not even money. Picking people off. It's a thrill to them. Do you know, I forget who said it, but they said people that really into killing folks, they never be caught or found. The people that killed out of passion or heat, they always get caught. But the people that just do that shit for fun, It's like it's like jacking off at church or something. You so into what you do, you don't realize you at church. You don't care. You know, the same goes with them. They just do what they do. It's a sport. It's a hobby. They hunt people. So yeah, I could go on about Hivemind, but I think I did my part. It's up to you to see the truth and know that you've already been caved in on. And you can't keep waiting for this planet to shift. You can't keep waiting on Jesus Christ. You can't keep waiting on your DNA to activate. You just can't. You gotta start observing and realize what's really going on. You definitely gotta start observing and realize what's really going on. Because you got some people out here that are heartless, ain't got nothing going on, ain't got nothing to lose. And they clicked up. They are clicked up. But remember, you're not the focus as long as you don't understand this stuff. But you will become the focus if you see what they're doing. I remember when I was in Hollywood, California, in LA, and I was riding through this, they call it Mason or Jew-like neighborhoods when the roads wind and you never know which direction you're really in unless you know where the sun positioned it. You don't know if you're going north, east, south, or west because the road is winding so much and it takes you around, and then the shingles on the roof are like lizard scales. They're round. But I was in traffic and my hands just, my fists, both of my fists balled up and just clinged together to my wrist. The palm, the bone at your wrist connect to your palm and your arms right there. So that's like a bondage. And when my hands bonded, a magnetic pull made me look up at these houses with these little windows at the top. And I looked at these little windows and they had burglar bars on it. And I said, who would put burglar bars on such a small window at the top of the house? And I knew then that something was wrong with that picture. I knew then that somebody probably against their will was in those little rooms where those little windows was at the top of the house, like the attic or something. Like, why would my hands clink together and my whole head just pull me to look up at those burglar bars on these mansions at the top of the house with the little windows? Man, let me tell you something. When I seen that, I don't know, the force is within me. The force has always been with me. But it want to put me on a mission that I really don't feel like I'm ready for. I'm not ready to save this world. Like, I'm not ready to be like one of those special ops in the movies. I'm not ready. I just want to plant my food, live my life, and mind my business. That's all I want to do. And meet like minds. But when my arms clank together and my head pulled me to look up at those burglar bars, all I could do is have flashbacks of all the billboards that say, if you see a woman look like this, ask her if she okay. Ask her if she working at her own free will. If you see a little girl like this, ask her if she okay. Ask her if she's happy. Ask her if she able to keep her own money. Like all these things. Rich people do not pay for maids and services. They just don't. They do not. They do not spend money. So I could go on and on. I'm just letting y'all know. Be mindful. But if you don't want to see the truth, don't ask for the truth. I asked for the truth. I asked to see the truth. I even said to spirit, soul, source, nature, what purpose is it for me to be on this planet if you're not going to show me what's really going on? I remember I was at this high rise in Richmond, Virginia, drinking with my friend, associate, not friend. I don't have friends, I have associates. And we took a big old group picture, bunch of white people, and us, who was only two blacks, I think. And this guy said, "Can I have a copy of the picture?" I said, "Sure," just being friendly. And the next day he said, "Oh, I'm at this party, this get together like type thing, you know, the secret door type party." And he said he uploaded me to the screen and introduced me to everybody in the room. I said, "Oh, okay, thanks," and blocked his ass. Because this is what they do. This is what they do. They pick the people they want. They advertise them. They see who want to bid on you and who want to, whatever they want to do to you. And then they say, "Oh, no, I'm keeping it for myself," or something. Like, I feel like my straw man, I explained this too. I said, some people straw man be ready to give their ass up real fast. And some people straw man say, "No, I'm going to wait just a little bit longer. I ain't ready to cash out on her yet." That's another thing you got to be mindful of. Yeah, the rabbit hole go deep. Real deep. And I think by me not having many subscribers on YouTube, I think it actually protects me. Because if hundreds and thousands of people were getting this information, I think I would have more problems. But not only that, the people that do subscribe to me are observing me. They are observing me heavily, like scientists, doctors, lawyers. They observe me. They take notes. My, not persona, but my psyche is very important. My psyche is very important. And I'm not the only one. It's quite a few of us out here have active psyches.